Morning.
Year of firsts. We'll hear from Elon freshmen about their first days on campus.
Tarnished traditions, how sophomores are defining their normal Elon experience.
And long live masks at Elon. University officials extend the indoor mask mandate on campus regardless of your vaccination status.
Today, August 26, 2021.
This is ELN Morning.
Welcome to ELN Morning. I'm Naomi Washington.
And I'm Maeve Ashbrook. We begin this morning with Elon University's mask mandate being extended. Healthy Elon Chair Jeff Stein announced the university will continue to require masks indoors beyond the original August 29th deadline. This comes just halfway through the initial 10-day mask mandate, and after President Connie Book told ENN last week in an exclusive interview she planned to revisit the requirement in 2-week intervals.
So we'll check in again on Wednesday before the 29th on the conditions that are on our campus and in our surrounding area and make a call.
To potentially extend?
Yes, if we need to extend or do anything additional. And I personally am not anticipating that. I prefer not to wear a mask, right? Like I just, and so as soon as that's healthy and able, I'll take my mask off. So there's no way to have universal policies forever, right? People are gonna have to learn about their own agency in this and when they need to mask up and to feel like they've got good information and tools to be able to do that.
Book had said the university will manage the disease going forward by making sure students have adequate information to make their own health decisions as opposed to universal guidance. But 1 week later, it seems the Healthy Elon Committee steered away from that mentality. The university says the indoor mask mandate will be in place until the high transmission rates in both Alamance and Guilford counties lower.
The university also announced significant changes to the class of 2020's commencement on September 5th. Officials say the ceremony will now be held under the Oaks as opposed to Schar Center, and masks will be required for all, regardless of their vaccination status. 2020 alumna Katie Cohen says the ceremony will provide closure for her and her classmates.
For me, it's going to be like one last time to see my friends, one last time to kind of like go out and be on campus and hang out with everyone one last time because, we didn't really get to do that.
Cohen says she's excited to receive her long-awaited oak sapling, where her Elon journey began 5 years ago.
With over 4 months to go until winter term officially begins, the Global Education Center has already announced several changes to study abroad programs. The GEC said changes are offered as an alternative to cancellations, and they're due to each country's different response to the pandemic. 3 classes are now traveling to entirely different destinations, and one is a completely different class. That class, originally East Asia Business, Culture, and Economics, is now centered in Florence and called Where East Meets West. Elon senior Taylor DeCastro was originally on the waitlist for the East Asia program. However, she's now switched into yet another waitlist for a different one.
Study abroad was one of the main things that I looked at when I applied to colleges, and it's one of the things that made Elon stand out and why I eventually committed here.
The Global Education Center has also added 3 new Global Cities courses in Florence and London. Right now, only seniors who haven't participated in study abroad and who applied by the early action deadline and did not get into a winter term program can apply. DeCastro says she did get to travel through Elon her sophomore year, but taking multiple trips is important as an international business major.
And it's sad for me to think that I'm probably only going to have that one experience from 2 years ago be my main abroad experience.
The deadline to apply for a Global Cities program is Sunday, August 29th. Those looking to switch into a different program, if already accepted, have until Tuesday, August 31st. Students can apply on elon.studioabroad.com.
As the Elon community continues to mourn the loss of longtime trustee and athletic supporter Jeannie Robinson, former university president Leo Lambert spoke on his friendship with her and her commitment to Elon athletics.
She was like having a one-woman
public relations department. I mean, she was a great promoter and fan of the university, and we're gonna miss her terribly.
A celebration of life service will be held at Front Street United Methodist Church in Burlington at 2 p.m. this Sunday. Coming up, how sophomores are finding their way after an unprecedented first year.
It has been pretty humid. I'll tell you if that's going to stick around after this.
As classes, commitments, and on-campus life picks up, students may start to feel the pressure of a new semester. Dean of Students JANA Patterson says Elon is looking at what it would mean to have an integrated health and wellness initiative on campus with services concentrated in one location.
Illustrates our commitment to a holistic wellness, and that when a student comes to CORBY Center, they're going to address multifaceted parts of their health and well-being.
The initiative comes after conversations surrounding mental well-being throughout the pandemic. Patterson says supporting students in learning is something the university sees as both, quote, an opportunity and obligation.
After hybrid learning, mask, and social hiatus, Elon sophomores are back on campus, but still without a clear picture of what a normal Elon experience is like. Our Annemarie has more.
I feel like a first year all over again because I'm walking in and not knowing what to do.
Elon sophomores are eager to find their footing this fall after losing out on part of their college lives.
This year feels really different than last year, especially being a sophomore, because with the lesser COVID regulations, we've been given a lot of chances
for different kinds of events that we couldn't have last year.
Sophomore Paige Chestler is excited to live in a Danley flat with her friends. Kieran Colacerdo is living in his fraternity house this year, getting the true social living experience.
Obviously last year with the masks, it was a lot tougher to meet people on your floor and floors below you. I feel like this year it's a little bit easier just having 9 other guys in your house together with you.
Chestler attended Elon's sophomore welcome back event Monday. Chestler hopes that the university will continue to create initiatives directed towards their class. Sophomore Allie Everton is also looking forward to normal involvement and bonding experiences within her club volleyball team.
Obviously last year we didn't do any tournaments and we had to practice with masks on with limited numbers. But this year I'm excited because we already have tournaments lined up.
But academically, Everton feels the switch to fully in-person classes will be a tough adjustment.
Definitely have to study more because most of our tests are going to be in person, not like online open note. I'm gonna have to study more, work harder, but I'm just excited to kind of get back to a normal student schedule.
As her sophomore fall begins mostly in person, Everton's happy that the class of 2025 can start their Elon experience with less restrictions. Annemarie, ELN Morning.
Elon is hosting a sophomore football tailgate zone during the first football game on September 4th.
Even though the university extended the mask mandate, members of the class of 2025 say they are just excited to be here in person. Freshman Ayla Brongo says her first week at Elon has exceeded her expectations.
I'm definitely not as overwhelmed as I thought I was going to be. It's more like kind of invigorating to be in a room with people who are ready to learn and professors who are finally ready to get back to teaching.
And for freshmen looking to get more engaged, Elon's annual organization fair is today from 6 to 8 p.m. in Young Commons. Well, Naomi, I don't know about you. I thought it was so humid yesterday. I couldn't even be outside.
Yeah, well, coming in today, I feel like it was super warm outside, but we'll see what happens with that humidity.
Let's see if that's going to continue. Our Annemarie Bonner is live on Citroen Plaza with your Phoenix 5-day forecast.
Good morning, Naomi and Maeve. That is right. It is very humid out here. As soon as you step outside, you will feel it. So headed into the weekend and into next week, here's what we're looking at. But first, the high today is 91 with a low of 70. So when you're headed to the org fair, make sure you dress accordingly. But into the weekend, what we're looking at is Saturday and Sunday, high of 95. Same trend throughout the weekend into Monday and into Tuesday. So headed into that second week of class, It will be a repeat of this week with that hot humidity. Back to you in the studio.
Annemarie Bonner with your Phoenix 5-day forecast live on Citron Plaza this morning. Annemarie, thank you. And ELN Morning returns.
A new school year brings new goals for Elon Student Government Association. Our Annemarie Bonner has more.
We all want to have fun. We all want to be involved and get the full Elon experience, but understanding that things are going to change and nothing right now is truly consistent.
Student Body President Jack Corby says, while the year is unpredictable, the primary focus is normalcy.
My fear is just having a repeat of last year and not learning from our mistakes. I think, again, we were all really adapting and really learning on the fly of what COVID is and what COVID brings and what that all means. And if we don't learn from those mistakes and making sure that we can all work together as a community to have a really good year.
As an executive staff, Corby says they have specific topics they want to face, from mental health to diversity.
Board exec members will also be going through their own DEI training, and every senator will be going through DEI training at our SGA retreat in September. So just making sure that students are aware of the issues facing our community overall, but then that they're educated and can help educate other student leaders on campus.
While Corby says he has bold ambitions, SGA's structure is the only aspect that looks different.
SGA is going through a little bit of a transition with how the organization overall looks. So just shifting from purely programming and doing different things like that to hosting events to shifting into initiatives and speaking on students' well-being overall, but also different things across campus that they're really interested in, like sustainability, mental health.
Annemarie Bonner, ELN Morning.
SGA's first business meeting of the academic year is scheduled for Thursday, September 2nd. Its first town hall is set for September 9th, honoring the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
And before we go, we'd like to give a very special shout out. It's National Dog Day. Naomi doesn't have any dogs.
Yes, unfortunately, I don't have any dogs, but we're wishing a great day to all the dog lovers and dog owners
and
out there.
I have two, Bella and Scooby. Take a look. Oh, that's so the dog laying flat. That's Scooby, and that's B, Bella. We call her B, but we just want to wish them a big, happy shout out. And that's all the news we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
For all the news you need to know, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, and follow us on social media at elonnewsnetwork.com.
And if you have a story to share or want to be part of the team, find us at Org Fair today from 6 to 8 in Young Commons.
We'll see you back here Monday night at 6 for Elon Local News.
Have a great week, Elon.